Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. We have made it to the end of No Spend January. Like I mentioned in my last video for our weekly check-in, this was the most painless no spend that we've ever done. And I asked my husband, like, why do you think this one was like so easy? And he didn't really know either, but I think I've boiled it down to we were really busy this month, and so there was not a lot of extra time for recreation where we would be tempted to spend money. And I think the other thing was January might be a good month to do a no spend because just coming off of Christmas, none of us really had any wants or needs coming off of Christmas. And so I don't know, maybe going forward in the future, January is a good month to do a no spend because I don't know, the impulse buying, at least for me, was just not there because we basically had just gotten a bunch of stuff for Christmas and that sort of thing. So I will say, I'm going to go through and give you our totals. We would have saved more money if I had chosen to like completely eat through our pantry, completely eat through our freezers, but just, you know, the state of the world, I just didn't feel like that was a very wise thing to do. But typically during a no spend month, we would have done that and we would have saved more than we did on groceries. Also, gas and groceries are a whole lot more expensive than they were a year ago. So we have to take that into consideration as well. We did still save a sizable chunk of money. So let's go through this last week first. Have my little notes here so I don't forget anything. I spent $19.92 on groceries last week, which brings our total for the month to $593.43. I had budgeted $700, and so we saved just over $100 on groceries. And that was basically by using very simple ingredients, and basically like when something ran out, I just didn't go back to the store for it, which I kind of typically do anyway. But you know, if the milk ran out, sorry kids, you gotta wait till next week and just drink water, like that type of thing. But like with everything, if snacks ran out, sorry kids, you know, there's plenty of food in the pantry, pick something else. So, and just by eating some of those ingredients that we just, you know, might not care for, when it's the only option in the pantry, then it gets eaten. Okay, so as always, all the bills got paid last week. We filled up our cars with gas, which our gas budget is astronomical. I budget $600 a month for gas for my husband and I, which, I mean, that's just mind-blowing to me. But anyway, I did have 2 unexpected expenses last week. So we've been having some really, really cold nights and cold mornings. And one morning I woke up and our furnace was like squeaking and making a weird noise. And sometimes when it gets really cold, like your exhaust will get blocked with ice or something and it can like make a weird noise or just stop working. But I went down and checked the filter and it wasn't like terrible, but you know, it definitely needed to be changed. And so I went to the hardware store and I bought a air filter for $8.05. I changed it out and then the squeaking went away. So I don't know if it was just coincidence that the day warmed up and it was something was struggling outside, but I did change the air filter, and typically we keep extras on hand, but it just so happened we didn't have any extras. Then I was going to use my gift card at Starbucks this week, and we have a checking account where you have to make so many debits and so many direct deposits and that sort of thing to get interest. And we actually have, I think we earn, it's either 3 or 4%. So this particular checkbook that I'm talking about, like we earn like $30 of interest a month, usually, sometimes more. And what I do with that interest is I actually put it in the Christmas fund, so we just save it all year for Christmas. So I needed one more debit to meet that threshold, or I was going to lose out on $30 of interest, and I knew that nothing else was going to be happening. So I went ahead and got Starbucks and just paid for it instead of using my gift card. And had I been on top of things, had I remembered, I could have paid for the groceries, with that card, but I just forgot. So $4.67 to Starbucks, which brings our grand total of unbudgeted, unexpected expenses. It brings it to $58.26. So I wish we hadn't spent $58. I wish it was like truly a no spend. But in all, to make it through the whole month and only spend $58 is pretty good. So I'll take it. I wish it was zero, but I'll take it. Some things I didn't buy this week that I might have otherwise. I have been working out 4 times a week for a solid over a year now. I'm really proud of myself. Unless I'm like playing a sport, I struggle with exercise. And so I'm very proud of myself for working out 4 days a week. I just work out here at home, and it is time to move up in weights for my weight workout. And I don't have the right ones in between the weight sets that we have. So I would have just gone on Amazon, or I would have made a quick stop into the sporting goods store or something and gotten myself some weights. But I held off. I didn't do that, which is something that I'm going to need. And so, but I'm also going to have to work it into the budget next month. So I don't just get to go out and purchase all these things that I didn't purchase this month. So you do still have to work those things into the budget next month if you want to get them. The other thing, which I'm pretty proud of myself, so I dropped my daughter off at youth group, and we live pretty far from church, and it is so cold right now. Usually I just sit in the car and I read, or I catch up on some work or something, but it was like, I don't know, 9 degrees or something, and I'm not going to sit there for an hour and a half with the car running. So I had to go into some place. So I picked TJ Maxx, and I just wandered the store for an hour. But the 3 things that I probably would have purchased had it not been no spend, there was this really cute fake plant that like you put on like a bookshelf or something, and it like drapes, I don't know the right word, cascades down the bookshelf. I definitely would have gotten that. And my couch pillows are disgusting from my children. Like, they're not allowed to eat on there, but they're kids. Like, they're just gross. And to the point where I'm embarrassed if people come over. Like, I hide the disgusting couch pillows. You know what I'm talking about if you have kids. So I've been on the hunt for some new pillows, and I saw some that I kind of liked that were like $25 for 2 pillows maybe, which is not terrible. So I probably would have gotten those. And then my oldest daughter, Journey, is in desperate need of some new tennis shoes for like gym class, and softball tryouts will be starting. And if you don't live in the north, all the spring sports start inside because you can't go outside until like April or until the mud all dries up. So anyway, she needs some new shoes, and I saw a cute pair of like Puma tennis shoes that I probably would have brought home for her, but in all honesty, I probably would have brought them back because she probably wouldn't have liked them because she's 15, and so I probably would have gotten those 3 things. Now I'm going to tell you the total amount of money that we saved this month. And this amount is completely different for every person. This is the largest amount that we've ever saved, but there is another factor. My husband just happened to get a cost of living raise in January, and so that bumped it up as well. But that was completely unbudgeted for us because it was unexpected, and so that just rolled right into the savings. We didn't assign that to anything else. So our grand total that we saved for the no spend January was $1,001.23. So we're pretty proud of that. It was a very successful no spend January. And what are we going to be doing with that money? We are going to take the kids to Great Wolf Lodge in March, which will be about $350 to $400. And actually, if you care to go look, my most successful video ever on my channel is from about 2 years ago, my Great Wolf Lodge video, how we do it very cheaply and have a wonderful time. So I'll try to link it here if I can remember to do that. So it'll cost us about $400 to do that. The kids are looking forward to that because I don't think we're going on a spring break trip this year, because we did a big 2-week Florida trip last year. So we're kind of an every 3-year type of vacationers because we just don't save that much money towards it. Then our cow is almost ready, and we have needed some more freezer space, and we decided to go ahead and purchase a refrigerator with a freezer, which this is a topic for a whole nother day, but it's like 3 years old, brand new spaceship KitchenAid refrigerator is a piece of crap. So we have put over $1,000 into fixing it already, and it's 3 years old. So, and like some of the lights inside just went out, and so I've wanted like a garage fridge for a long time because my indoor fridge is going to break again, and I would like a place to put all of our refrigerated items instead of having to drag out the coolers and fill them with ice and blah, blah, blah. Plus, that extra refrigerator space, when I am harvesting and preserving all of my garden stuff, will come in very handy because it's hard to fit it all in my refrigerator, and then I have to like work through it and preserve it and stuff. So that will come in very handy for that. We got Best Buy Insignia, was it $600 refrigerator, and I'm hoping it lasts us forever, and it probably will because it's cheap. And my, I don't know, $3,500 refrigerator KitchenAid piece of crap has already broken down like 3 times. So that's my PSA. Don't get a KitchenAid refrigerator. My sister-in-law and my sister both have had massive issues with theirs brand new as well. So let me know how you guys did on your no spend months. If it's not January or if you have one coming up, I would love to cheer you on. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.